Ladies and gentlemen, this video is now in session. Obi-Wan 362 Gamer at Law presiding. Welcome back to more Kingdom Hearts Union Cross outside Persona. That's not right now. Last time, it's been a while, so I'm not super clear on what happened last time, if we're perfectly honest. But if memory serves, we got further in the story. And it was last time where we got, the Cinderella Keyblade, whatever it's called. And so now we have that. And we're going to be delving further into the story here in a minute. But as you can see right now, first we're doing some medal management. Currently there's an event going on where you can get, where you have to fight raid bosses during only specific hours. But when you do it, you get coins that can be used and to ultimately get some medals, specifically these trick master medals. And you can get at most 3 of them a day. I think it's just for the week. 3 of them a day. But each of, sorry, my eyes really itching, distracted me. But of those 3, 2 of them are normal and 1 is boosted. So they're giving you a boosted Trick Master that you can use. And you'll see him right here. This is my boosted one. So he's doubled thanks to that plus 1,000 I just got on him. But so I'm still trying to grapple with what would be best to get on him. I'm guessing like ground minus 60. The minus 60 skills seem to always be the best, especially for damage dealing medals. So trying to decide what we're going to land on with him. The thing is, there is more than enough, because that's what, it's 21? That's 21 medals. Like, that's more than enough to guilt, was it 3? I think it's enough to guilt 3 of them. So, really, there's that many to let you make sure you get the traits you want. But you could, in theory, have 3 of these Trick Masters. Now, they are only a tier 4 medal, so that's kind of put a hamper on things. But just look at that multiplier. Look at that 4.5 multiplier. And it's not even fully dotted yet. Like, it's gonna be a solid damage dealing medal. Might even be good for raids if you get raid damage on it. But I digress. The one thing I want to mention though is, like, I'm having a real hard time because there are more than a few things I want to guilt. I really want to guilt. But I don't feel like I can, and it makes me sad. Right? It makes me sad. Because I feel like I need to wait until the next guilting campaign. But I've been waiting, and I'm not even sure when the last one was. And I feel like I really need the next guilting campaign to show up, because this thing only needs 1 more dot in it. I have plenty of brooms, but I can't guilt it yet. And like, I'm just But the thing is, like, I have so many mirrors at this point that I'm sorely tempted to just say, screw waiting for the guilting campaign. I'll just fix whatever the problem is. That said, I would still rather have the guilting campaign, but I'm curious for your input as to how I should handle that. Whether it should be try and stick it out for the guilting campaign, try and do it now, because like I'm getting really screwed over in like Coliseum right now, because I don't have, like, I'm not getting screwed over like some of you are. Some of you didn't manage to get Kyrie EX, and to you I sincerely apologize. But me, I'm getting screwed over because I don't have a lot of really strong medals. But Kyrie EX is helping me, as you can see here. Kyrie EX is helping me deal with the fact I don't have a lot of strong medals. Whereas for some of you, you're just screwed because you don't have Kyrie EX. And I feel real bad for you guys. But yeah, so I'm starting to like get some really strong medals, but they're not guilted, so they're not doing the damage they could be doing. And that's the problem I'm currently at right now. So anyway, let's get diving on in here, shall we? Let's switch on over to the Stroke of Midnight. That's what it's called. And then I actually didn't outfit this any other way but this. So let's fix that, shall we? The problem is this is so beautifully set up. Look at this guy. This guy just shove his way all the way up in here. This thing is currently just so perfectly designed for how we do things. It's kind of scary. He's fine. He's one that also needs to be guilted. He's one that I want to guilt so badly, because right now he is my biggest damage dealer. And he shouldn't be, because he's only a tier 3. But because I have so few guilted medals, like that, he's my big damage dealer. And so I don't know how to feel about that. I wish so badly that this illustrated Donald B, I had at least a couple more of him so that it wouldn't be crazy to try and guilt him. But the fact that it's going to take me 6 Mickey and Brooms to guilt him is just, it's painful. It's painful to think about. Because his multiplier is so good. But it's not, I can't justify the brooms. Did I pass my... Oh, there it is. This will work, I guess. Stroke of Midnight is very well equipped to work for any of the instances where I cannot use a friend medal. But a bit less so for this, just because of the 3 dark spots on it. For Kyrie. Actually, Kyrie's pretty well useless on this Keyblade right now. Well, she's not. I say that, and she's obviously not. Let's go with Glenn. We'll take you. That'll be fine. I'm not sure last time I used you, but we'll take you. Cinderella! She's coming. She's there. Aww. Cinderella. Aww, poor Cinderella. On my way. You got this, girl. You can handle it. I believe in you. Believe in the you that I believe in too. Doop doop doop. Cinderella. Uh-oh. Come in, child. Uh-oh. Don't do it. It's a trap. Look at them. That's how they laugh.
Poor Cinderella. Her dress not done.
Oh. Allow me. I got a magic key. I'll just it.
You want us to make a dress?
No. Nope. Good idea. No, terrible idea. Jacques, I did not say that. Stop putting words in my mouth. Oh no. What are you doing?
First, you need trimmings.
You mean like window trimmings?
You help too, right?
No. Gosh dang it, Mouse.
Good. Look out for Lucifer. Him and meanie sneaky cat.
Okay.
Follow me.
To where? Where are we going? Dang it, Mouse. Oh, look. Hey. You're thinking that I look like a cat. And I can be mean, aren't you? What? No. I'm neither of those things. Now, you're kind of cat-like. Now go and help with the dress. Okay, bossy cat. Jeez, you may not be a mean cat, but you are a bossy cat. The Green Requiem, the Green Requiem, It's a requiem, ba-dooba-dooba-dooba-dooba-dooba, requiem, ba-dooba-dooba. What do you got to say for yourself, Jacques?
We gotta find pretty things for Cinderella's dress.
Cinderella, Cinderella, something, something, Cinderella.
Alright. So, even though none of you asked, I'll tell you anyway. It's kind of hard for you to ask preemptively, so. Anyway. I don't know why I was quite as hostile as I was there. It seemed excessive. So, as you should know, based on the fact that I talked about it a lot leading up to this past weekend. This past weekend was our first Extra Life stream of the year. Really, it might be the last. I'm still super tired and trying to recover. But it was the first Extra Live stream of the year. It was at the Microsoft Store in our town. It was a lot of fun. It went pretty well. I'm still way off from my fundraising goal. But to be fair, I also upped my fundraising goal because we had an event earlier in the year that kind of crushed my fundraising goal. So I'm short of my amended fundraising goal. But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I'm not we played through a bunch of stuff, including Overcooked and Keep Talking, Nobody Explodes. And it was hilarious watching a couple of guys who were also streaming kept looking over at me and my girlfriend and being like, because when we were like, oh, we're gonna play Overcooked, they're like, well, there goes that relationship. Because if you've never seen or played Overcooked, it is a game about basically you're managing a kitchen, effectively. It's you and your teammate or teammates attempting to pump out dishes. Like, you're trying to cook as quickly as possible. And so it can get very demanding, especially when you try and, like, because it's, you know, it's like a bunch of, it seems like it would have been right at home on a mobile, on a phone, because, like, there aren't a lot of controls. Controls aren't complicated. They might be doable on a touchscreen. I don't know. But like, so you're all running around. You're trying to like direct each other, let them know what you need while you're trying to do what. But it can get very intense very quickly as you're both trying your best to make sure that you can get everything done in time. And so it can also be one that, like, it tries you as, you know, as friends or a couple or whatever, because you know, when somebody messes up, it screws you both up, and it can screw you up royally and ruin everything. But so they were like, well, they're not gonna survive this. And so, like, we're getting through there, and, like, we keep having issues, and, like, every time something goes terribly wrong, we both just start dying laughing because things are just going miserably. And there's this, like, and they kind of looked at each other and, like, I've never seen anybody play Overcooked and be laughing about what's happening. That's not how this works. People are usually yelling at each other, and it's like it's going to destroy relationships or whatever. So, like, they're just like, the fact that you're both laughing about this, like, kudos. You deserve each other. You deserve each other. Just enjoy. But so we got a kick out of that, and then we played Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, which is a game, if you've never seen or played it, about bomb defusal, where one person sits and isn't allowed to look at the screen, but it has a manual in front of them, which tells them how to defuse bombs. And the person looking at the screen is the one having to defuse the bomb. So the person looking at the screen has to like describe what they're doing, describe the bomb to them, has to describe what they're doing, all this stuff. And it's another one like when we did a couple years ago on a stream, and one of my girlfriend's coworkers was watching it, and somebody walked by as she was watching it and was like, "Are those two gonna make it past this game?" Because like it gets stressful when you're the person defusing the bomb and the other person isn't giving you the directions you need and you're getting ready to explode. It gets a little stressful. But so we played some of that, and we always have just a ton of fun with that also. And so people were like, "How are you guys not killing each other?" I'm just like, "'Cause it's fun." And yeah, we'll start having problems. We'll start yelling at each other, but we don't ever get like angry about, you know, about this game, because it's not something to warrant being angry over. We get frustrated sometimes. I was really concerned that like I'd missed an enemy down there because I didn't go all the way downstairs. We'll get frustrated and we'll start. And I'd be like, "Why did you do that?" She's like, I'm sorry," and like that. But that's as far as it ever gets. But yeah, so we had a ton of fun with that. Hopefully those videos will go up here on the channel at some point. I don't know when, but at some point they'll come up. But we played. What else did we play? We played Speedrunners. Played Speedrunners for the first time. That was a lot of fun. Just trying to learn, one, how to play that game, and then two, like all the mechanics for it, just like timing and everything. Trying to learn levels. Like, the game was a lot of fun. But played some of that. We played. Oh, what else did we play? That was the problem. Like, there came a point where we started doing repeating games at one point. We played a little bit of Guacamelee. Not a whole lot, but just a little bit of it. The thing was, we were surprised. We played Overcooked for a good 6 hours at least, and like that was surprising to us. Like we finished that game. Like we stopped playing for a bit because we were like, okay, we're done with this. Or we were like, I think we were actually like, okay, we should probably move on. But then we were like, you want to go back? Let's go play some more of that. And so we finished up the campaign for it, and it was great. The game was fantastic. I highly recommend it to anybody with ability to play it on couch co-op, like, or couch versus. There is a, like, it's cooperative up to 4 people, and you can do versus as long as you have, I think, 4 people. But it was just so good. So good, and I highly recommend it. It's weird that it's like, use the 3 wishes. Why? Should be using the stroke of midnight. It's Cinderella's Keyblade, dang it.
Cinderella, Cinderella, night and day. Cinderella, Cinderella, Cinderella.
Sorry. That said, all that said, I'm still exhausted from doing that. It was a ton of fun, but it wipes you out. The 24 hours, and then like obviously have to go back to work this week. I'm just like, oh gosh, why? 'Cause I don't want to get out of bed. Not as young as I once was. But even when even in my younger days, like 24 hours straight was not a thing I did. I'd play super late, but like I wouldn't play all night long. I'd play it well into the night, sometimes like 4 in the morning, but I'd stop and go to bed. And that wasn't what this was. This wasn't, oh, play it till you get real tired and go to bed. Nope, it was 24 hours, do it or die. Obviously not actually, but so it's a different beast. It's a bit different beast, especially as I get older. My body doesn't recover as well as it used to. But it's always a ton of fun. So I'm going to try as best I can. I'm going to be trying to do some more streams in the coming months, or in the coming weeks and months and everything. Because I was really good about streaming there for a month or two, and then just kind of fell off the bandwagon. Which is a shame for more than a couple reasons. One, because, again, like, streaming lets me play games that I otherwise don't have time to play. It keeps me from snacking a ton, which is something I have a really bad habit of doing in the evenings, is snacking a lot. And then it's just, it's great, because it's more of an opportunity to interact with you guys. It gives me more opportunity to build this channel, and I'm a fan of video games. I don't know if you know this, but I'm a fan of video games. And so anything that lets me play more games is great. But so I just need to resolve myself and stream some more. But like, the problem is right now with both this and Persona, like, it's a time issue. It's just an issue of how much time everything takes. Because, like, by the time I end this stuff off, like, unless I start the second I get home, it's late.
Nothing here. Upstairs?
Sure, Jacques. Sure. It's so late by the time I get done working on, you know, the normal footage. And so it's not even counting half the time editing. Which, you know, a lot of the time doesn't take a whole lot. Luckily, because I'm lazy and have always been. And it's kind of what you guys have come to expect, is my lazy version of editing. But that was weird to have those all the way back here, but alright. But yeah, so I'm trying to decide how I'm going to want to handle things in the future. Because, again, I would very much love to do more streaming, but I don't know how to fit it in. I don't know how to fit it in. So, but if you haven't already, you should go subscribe to my Twitch channel, or at least go and follow it so you can be notified when I go and stream things. Like this stream that will be happening in the first weekend of December. So you found beads.
Got a pretty necklace. Found it in the trash.
Good.
They don't need it. We do.
Oh, look, it's a cat. No, Lucifer.
Oh no, Lucifer.
Great, the devil. No, why?
Pretty necklace.
cat. No. What? How does it come to this?
I'm a meanie cat, but I need a pretty necklace
Why are we...
for Cinderella's dress.
How come we are getting invested in the lives of things that are simulations? Like, really, not to downplay literally everything, but if memory serves, upon last count, all of these worlds were simulations of the future worlds. And so, none of it is real. We're only supposed to be here to fight Heartless, to gather Lux. That's supposed to be the point. That's why we do what we do. But for some reason, we keep being invested in the characters. And I imagine that's partly because it's Disney, but still. Actually, you know what? Here's something actually on the topic of Kingdom Hearts. I know, shocking. But here's a thought on the topic of Kingdom Hearts. You know what world I would like to see? I'd like to see a Final Fantasy world. I'd like to see a proper Final Fantasy world. And I understand that for a lot of them, the whole thing was that their world is gone. Like, it crumbled, all that stuff, when all the worlds were disappearing. But then we brought a lot of those worlds back, and I just want to see a proper, like, I want to see, like, Midgar. I want to see a proper Final Fantasy world, instead of only Disney worlds. Like, don't get me wrong, we all know I'm a huge fan of Disney. But the games are supposed to be a combination of these two IPs. And they've only ever kind of cursory been inclusive of Final Fantasy. They've only ever barely included them, and only include them insofar as, you know, oh, well, here is, sorry, neck itches. But they've only ever included it insofar as, like, oh, here's a few characters from there, or, like, we'll populate the world with some of the characters from Final Fantasy. It's like, okay, but why don't we have, you know, why don't we show the world they came from? Why isn't that a thing we can do? And so I honestly think that's what needs to happen at some point. Then 5 turns. Okay. Should be doable. What do you just say, Jacques?
Lucifer outside. Can you get him?
Probably. But yeah, so that's just my opinion. And so with that, I think there's an important question. If, by some miracle, Square Enix were to say, you know what, you're right, let's put a Final Fantasy world in one of the games, which Final Fantasy world should it be? That would be the hard part. Also, what Final Fantasy characters should be in Kingdom Hearts 3? Another beautiful question. And I don't know, because I've so far only played the beginning of Final Fantasy 13 and Final Fantasy 7. That's my entire exposure to Final Fantasy. Except I started playing Crystal Chronicles at one point, realized it wasn't what I was expecting from Final Fantasy, and then never touched it again. I think I sold it back. Or I think I rented it and then returned it. But either way, like, it's just one of those things. So I'd be curious. I'm gonna guess a number of people would say Final Fantasy X for a world, just because I know it's a big favorite of a lot of people. But yeah, I am genuinely curious to hear your responses. So please, comments away. Oh goodness. Oh no, we've been attacked. Whatever will we do? Die. I mean, we won't die, but you will. I really wish it didn't require you to like trigger specific versions of abilities. Like there, it's like, oh, trigger defense boost 1. But defense boost 1 is such utter garbage of a skill because it's so the rate for it is so low. Like, unless you just don't have better skills, there's no reason to have that. So, I don't know. Again, but I don't like these ones that are like, trigger a specific skill. Excuse me. Sorry, jeez. Though I do again, as I've said before, I do appreciate the fact that these ones where it's like, trigger defense boost, whatever. They always have enemies that attack you first. So it's not like, oh, but I killed everybody too fast. How was I supposed to do it? So I do appreciate that. Oh goodness, that was good. I think we handled a fair number of things right through there between the stream this past weekend and thoughts on future Kingdom Hearts games, what should be included. That said, watch, as I've said that now, one of the games I still have yet to play includes Final Fantasy Worlds. Actually, if it did, that'd be perfectly fine for you to tell me that. Not to tell me what worlds, but just that it did. Like, that'd be cool. I know at least one of them includes The World Ends With You, but I don't remember which game, and it's cool, I don't need you to tell me which. Though I have had people say I need to play The World Ends With You, and really, I might see if I can find a copy of it somewhere. I don't know with what money I'm going to use to pick it up, but because I'm kind of super broke. But you know, if I can find it at GameStop or whatever, or some other game store, I'll pick it up and we'll play it at some point. Because I think that'd be good. It'd be good. Like, it seems like a lot of people have said I should play it. It seems like it has some degree of tie-in with Kingdom Hearts. So yeah, we'll get around to it eventually. How is this cat run so far away? Why am I so slow I can't catch a cat? Just a stupid cat carrying a necklace. It's just a necklace. Oh, that was a loss of some frames. Alright, well. We almost made it to the end, too. That's the most disappointing part. We're so close to the end. But yeah, so hopefully I can get a hold of that. Excuse me, jeez. Again, like I said, I'm still recovering from this past weekend. But yeah, hopefully we can. Let me see. I got my sticky note right here. Let's see. I've played Birth by Sleep, so yeah. All that's left now, well, before I get to 2.8, is Coded and Dream Drop Distance. So, I don't know, maybe after we play Coded, we'll play The World Ends With You? I don't know. I'm not sure what's happening. I know we're playing after Persona 5 is Coded, but aside from that, I don't know what we're going to do after that. So, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to actually do it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching this. Hope you enjoyed it. Real quick, we're going to go through here. Weekly challenge for gems. Again, I have Kyrie EX, which kind of makes this unfair for me to kind of be like, oh, look, this is how I did it. Because if you don't have Kyrie EX, that makes a huge difference on your ability. But if you don't have Kyrie EX, but you have strong metals, then like you're fine. Kyrie EX just lets me manage to get by with my super weak metals. But obviously if you also have strong stuff, then you're just golden. But that was the Keyblade I used to get through that, I believe. It's hard. It's really hard for me to recall. As you can see, I am currently 9,563rd in Coliseum. And that's just using simple Keyblade. Like actually let's pop in, shall we? Let's just pop on in. Do one right quick. But as you'll see here in a moment, this is why I'm like, I really need to guilt that one, because like I do pretty great damage with it, but it could be so much better. And actually, I think, yeah, I'm not sure I'm actually got enough damage to handle. Oh, maybe I do. Yeah, so like he doesn't have, I don't have quite the damage I need anymore with having two of my strongest metals, which are that Final Boss Shion and that World of Final Fantasy Cloud. Both of those are ungilted, and so like that's giving me some real issues at this point. Again, I could guilt Final Boss Shion. I've got the Mickey B's to do it. I just don't have. I was just, kind of waiting for a guilting campaign. But I've got 6 of these dudes, so I could do both. I could both guilt World of Final Fantasy Cloud and guilt that. But at the same time, it seems like I shouldn't waste the brooms on something like that. So I don't know. I'm so torn. So torn. Also have these two guys, which I feel like I should probably combine. But I also don't know that I'm going to really use it. I don't know when I'm going to use that thing. Yeah, so here's a quick perusal through my stuff. Yeah, it just needs one more, and it's ready to go. Great. Though I really wish, because I keep seeing people use Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora EX because it's very strong. It's very strong, and I wish I had all of it so I could guilt it too. But alas, I do not and will not. This poor fella. I still just need to eventually bite the bullet and dump these two into him to get some good traits on it. I'm still annoyed by this guy. He's at 100. And so I'm like, I really want another one of him to pop up so I can re-roll the guilt on him. The next guilting campaign, so I don't have to dump, what is it, 40 mirrors into that? But whatever. He's still pretty strong as is. This guy. Ugh. So annoyed. I want to throw this Goofy in there and then just obviously like use brooms to guilt him and everything, but at the same time he's pretty like he's gonna be so strong. He's gonna be so strong. Like I've already got ground enemy defense minus 60 on him. Like he's such a strong metal, and I'm real annoyed that I don't have another one to at least finish giving him all 3 of his traits. That's the only real reason I want another one, is to give him all 3 traits. But I digress. These guys, I still don't know what to do with these guys. Somebody said to just fuse them into each other, get the traits off them. That's probably what I'm going to do. But I'm in no rush at the moment. Yeah, I keep wanting to guilt him, but he's only got a 2.8 multiplier. It's so weak. It's so weak. But I want to do it. He is boosted, and he does have ground enemy defense minus 60, so like that sweetens the pot. Definitely. But I don't know. So anyway, that was a walk through all my medals and everything, so that if you forgot, you could be reacquainted with them. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so very much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you are specifically looking for a party to join, then by all means, consider joining our party. We would like you to be at least fairly active, but we're not super picky. It is Obi's Jury. We are in Volpes. We got 19 members. We are casuals. And all you have to do to join is request to join with the message jury duty or something very similar, so that I know you came from here and aren't just a random person. And you will be permitted to join us in our doling out of justice. This is what I'm going to keep calling it. So, and if for some reason you can't find us in your searching, then just leave your friend code down below, or your party, your person code, whatever it's called, down below, and we will come hunt you. We will come and recruit you instead. So, yeah. Anyway, that does it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this video, then by all means, do feel free to hit the like button. And of course, if you dislike this video for whatever reason, the dislike button is right there as well. Comments are always appreciated, so long as they are kept spoiler-free. Next time, we gotta find that stupid cat. We will track that cat down to the ends of the earth if we must. But hopefully not, because that'd be excessive. Until then, though, ladies and gentlemen, this video is adjourned.